The other day, Raul from the Multi-Galactic Trade Route, he hit us up and said, hey guys, I've got some extra casts of doors. I'm doing a little experiment. Does anybody want to pick up some extras? I absolutely volunteered to grab 5, hooked homie up with the payment, and he said, hey dude, sending you some stuff over, sending you the doors you picked out, and there's a couple extra things in the package. I'm like, okay, neat. He's sending me a couple extra things. My guy sent me a pound of cast resin pieces, and we're going to open it up and take a look. So inside the package, there are some amazing pieces I'm going to show you. They are inexpensive. Raul, you did a great job, man. This one, I'm super excited about the detail that's there. It's got, you know, recessed panels, high points, proud buttons sticking out, a little bit of, you know, there's rivet holes. This thing is going to do great. I am going to do a little bit of cleanup on it, as always with everything that's cast. You know, you have to trim up seam lines if there's any. This doesn't look like it has any seam lines. There is a little bit on the back, but I can just set down a sheet of sandpaper right on the table, give that a few swirls, take care of that. And also, if you have any spots that you think need to be taken down, I use a sanding stick, aka a nail file. I go to the dollar store, I pick them up cheap, they're consumable, don't save them forever. I've seen guys on their YouTube channels, you know, scuffing away at models and miniatures with the same sanding stick / nail file that they got from 1983 when their mom was doing big press-on Lee nails. Next up, we got this door right here. Look at that bad boy. Look at the detail. Look at the, you know, the cabling, the recessed panels, the holes. You could drill, in theory, if you wanted to put this on a box like I did with that computer, you could drill those out, run wires through it, run EL wires through it, add additional cables. Hair ties are a great cable. I don't have a lot of use for them. $1.25 at the dollar store, you can get like 10 of them. I just cut them, lay them, and then I go over with rub and buff or silver paint. So this is a great one. This is going to make a great door panel. I think this is going to be an access hatch to a maintenance section. Another one that I had picked out as this one right here. This is great because it has a lot of proud details on it instead of a lot of recesses. It adds variety to the location. It's got this nice ridge here. So again, you could run a cable down at a wire, twist some together, make like a braid. That's really dope. You could also drill that out, put a T-light LED behind it. You've seen me do that crazy stuff before. I'm super excited for this one as well. I love the proud container here. I almost, like, my brain immediately goes to maybe that's a fuel source, or alternatively that's a water purification system for a building. So that could go on the side of a building. Little wooden box. You've seen Sky Bottom do it. You've seen all kinds of amazing, like, intricate builds like Empire Toy Works does. So check those out. Sky Bottom has a link in there. I'll throw Empire Toy Works down there. They are both tremendous makers, 1/18 world builders, the OGs. So then we got this one. And these are solid resin pieces. I could put for example, I could put a tabletop on there, something flat. Boom. That's a little sci-fi table. Alternatively, I could turn it around, put a tabletop on there, or I could snug this up in a corner, have cables coming down from it. Like, this is great. This is something that substantially builds your diorama and makes it look more world-worn, and all it takes is a little bit of paint and a little bit of weathering to do that. I mean, like, that's solid. You can drill into this. You could, you know, put pilot holes on the back, put a little glue, or use a wood peg to mate it up against something. The gears are turning. This is what world building's all about. We got this piece right here. Yeah, that's a dope piece, and that can actually sit on like a generator or up under a wall, or just like something you can put in the back to add detail. This, I'm super excited for this. So I opened this up and I was like, oh, that's like a dollhouse window. It's not. If you look, it's at an angle, right? It's a computer monitor. And when you put that up there, it points the monitor down like somebody would be working at that. Not to be outdone, my man from Diorama Accessories includes a keyboard with a little system and a mouse, and I think I'm gonna put these in a ship. These two pieces, they look like a dupe of each of the same piece, just probably an end off of a container, which you could also just snap off on your own use. But I like these because you can put them on the side of a building. They add visual interest. Or if you wanted to really get funky with it, you could certainly get them lined up and mate them. And, you know, there you go. You got a little container that a droid can carry around. A piece of cargo you could put on a starship that somebody's carrying around. Or alternatively, if you have a vehicle that you want to maybe elevate up off the ground, so you could stick those on there, and that's going to just keep it off the ground a little bit to add visual interest. Like, again, use the imagination. Think of fun ways to use different things, and like, you pick up casts like this and you can just run wild with it. I am obsessed with this little barrel, so I will be hitting up Raul to get some more of these, probably like 10 or 15. I don't know what he feels like casting, what kind of price we can work on, maybe a trade for something from Gimmick. Yeah, this thing is super detailed in the best way because it's a simple piece, but it has complexities. It's got angles, it's got a lip, it's got bands in there for paint to collect and recess, and then it's got the opportunity on the bottom where you could lop that off and have it open, or you can again take that sandpaper, set it down on a flat surface, give it a run around, and you can have it looking as flat as this end so that it's closed. We got this piece right here, this little hex piece. I love hexagon shapes. It's like my favorite, and not even just Star Wars. In Cyberpunk, which mine leans more towards Cyberpunk meets Star Wars, hexagons are cool. They're a universal shape. People use them on nuts and bolts, so that's why it's recognizable. That's why your eye goes to it, but also it's one of those sci-fi tropes that adds that aesthetic. That's a great piece. Last but certainly not least is this, again, solid barrel. It's got bands. It's got an interesting piece on the end here. Like, what is that? I don't know. Was that cut off of something? Is that part of a model? Who knows? Was that something he sculpted on his own? I'm gonna have to ask him. And then it's got these little plastic pieces facing on either direction, so you could run, say, cable coming out of it this way and a cable coming out of it this way. This is like a great barrel for smuggling. Alternatively, another use, this is just me spitballing here, you could put that in an engine and have that as maybe like part of an accelerator. Get a cone piece, or maybe like one of those yogurt lids that the kids have to squeeze yogurt now. Put it on a speeder bike, run two pieces, put a seat, boom, you've got a tiny little get around town speeder based off of a piece of cast. Use your imagination. I am so glad that I just did this video. I hope you guys like what you saw. Please follow everybody down below. Give Raul, hit him up, you know, Diorama Accessories, see what he's got cooking, if he's doing anything right now. If not, get on a wait list. Get your pieces, build your world, have fun, use your imagination. This has been a joy. It's great being a part of a community like this. I've been parts of other communities that, I say part of communities, I didn't feel welcome. So I was in the community, but I didn't participate, and when I did participate, I didn't feel welcomed. This has been the best community. These guys are great. The people that are coming to comment on our work are great. They ask questions. They're thoughtful questions. They're creative questions, and I truly appreciate what they've done. I'm loving the multi-galactic trade route. Proud member. Love what I'm doing with Gimmick. I can't wait for you guys to see what's going on between Skybottom and Gimmick. I can't wait for you to see what's going on in all the other worlds. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't like the video, click that like button anyway. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you saw anything that you really liked, or maybe you have ideas for some of the stuff that I'm using, you know, it's your homework. Instead of me using these for a barrel, or, you know, whatever, give me another idea. Be well, be good. Too sweet me.